Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I made this gorgeous pendant necklace, and I used the Unified and Brass Teardrop pendant, and I made it a little longer. So I took that little clasp that was on it off, and then I added all the other materials, and I used the leafy toggle clasps as well. And I love the way this turned out. I wanted to do, I know it's a fairy tale romance, but I wanted a little boho with it too, as well. So if you're not familiar with Bargain Bead Box, I have a coupon code BNJ2 for $2 off your first box with them. Their monthly boxes are regularly $24.99, and they usually value at $60. This one valued at $107.77. And there was 23 pieces in this. So you cannot beat this. And, oh, I just love this. Love, love, love the way this turned out. And I used these little spacers, and I had a lot of fun making this. I'm having a lot of fun with this month's box. So I will leave links to everything below, as well as my coupon code and everything. And if you want to learn how I made this, then stay tuned. Okay, so I'm starting with the 30 by 19 millimeter Unified and Brass Teardrop pendant, but I'm going to change this up a little bit. And I've got the little round flower links. I've got 2 of them. I've got 2 1-inch eye pins. I've got 2 jump rings because I'm going to make a longer, like, dangle pendant here. Then I have, let's see, I'm using the faceted round beads. I'm using the flower coin spacers. Using the round spacer beads here. I'm using the flower bead caps. I think I'm using up the rest of them. The Unified barrel beads. And I'm using the round Unified beads. So this is everything that, oh, and I'm using the little copper spacers. So I'm not adding like any of my own little colors to this. So, and then I'm using the lobster clasp that they sent, or I mean the toggle clasp. I'm using 2 more jump rings, 2 crimp beads, and 2 crimp covers. So I'm putting those to the side. So what I want to do is I want to kind of make a little different of a pendant here. So I'm going to take, get my things here. So I'm going to take, I'm going to open this up, and I like these little links. So I'm going to keep this so that I can reuse this. Definitely will reuse that. So I have this right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my eye pin. I'm going to open it up just a hint. I'm going to put it on here. And I'm going to close it up. Make sure it's set. Now we want everything to be facing this way. And I want the opening of the eye pin to be in the back. So now I have it like this. So now I'm going to take, oh, wait a minute. I'm going to take one of those. Oh, wait a minute. What? Sorry. I'm thinking of something else. I'm taking the flower bead, taking the round bead, and I'm going to take another flower bead. I'm just kind of making my own little pendant. So now I'm going to, you want to make sure that it's facing the right way. And I'm going to kind of bend it. I'm trying to hold this like this. My chain nose pliers, or my chain nose pliers. I'm going to bend it like this, and then turn it so it's back like this. I'm going to take this, and I just kind of start with a bigger opening, and I just kind of shape it into its own round like this, and then you kind of fix it up So that is the beginning of it, like this. Now I'm going to just open this up just a hair. Oh, wrong side. Open this up just a hair. And I'm going to add one of these on. Now you want to make sure that the link is facing the right way and it's upright and everything. And then you close that up. So that's what it looks like. This will be pretty when it's hanging from somebody's neck. So you have that. And now I want to do one more because I really want a long pendant, kind of like that boho look to it. Okay, and I'm going to put it on this way. Close that up like this. And now I'm going to do one more flower, one more round bead, and one more flower like that. We have this. So let me see. So it's facing this way. So now I'm going to do these because this is a little more. Okay. I'm going to turn it around. I'm sorry. Keep it like this. And I usually start out bigger because I like my round nose pliers because I like to form the circle. Okay. Okay, so we have that. Okay, now we still have this. So I'm going to make sure it's going the right way. I'm going to crack that open. And I want to put this on. So you just have to kind of make sure as you're putting it together. I don't know. So I want that little dangle like that. Now I'm going to take this really small jump ring. And I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to hook it onto here. I love this. And I like to make sure that everything is closed right. Okay. And then get that laying down like this. And look at that cool. That looks so cool. Let me make sure I've got enough light in here. Okay. So now we have this. Now I'm using the same one I used for my last necklace tutorial, the Beadalon. I'm using bronze. And I'm going to put it through here. Just like this. I'm going to do like a choker style. Now you might not be able to see this as I start doing it because I'm going to kind of pull it down so you can see everything that I'm adding to it. So I'm going to add one of the crystals. These things are so hard to see the holes in them. So we're going to do a crystal. And then we're going to do a round. And then do another crystal. There we go. So we have like that. We'll do this side. Okay, see a hole up here? These are so pretty. Crystal, a round, and then another crystal. Oh, here we go. Okay, so that's where we're at right now, like that. And now I'm going to do a copper, and another crystal. Let me see if I can grab it without finding the hole. Like that. I'm going to do a flower bead cap. I'm going to do one of the unikites, and then I'm going to do this floral like that. I'm going to do another unikite, and then I'm going to do another bead cap like that. Then I'm going to do, oh, I see, okay, here we go. Another crystal and a copper and another crystal. Where are you at? Like that. Okay, and I'm going to put this on. And I'm going to go over to this side, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I have that. So I'm going to do a copper and another crystal. I'm starting to see the holes in them now. And I'm going to do a bead cap, a flower bead cap. And then we'll do the unikite. We'll do the flower. These are so pretty. Another unikite. Get these down here. And then another bead cap. And then we're going to do another crystal, a copper, and a crystal. Let's see, where's the hole? Oh, here we go. Okay, it's getting a little easier now. So this is where we're at right now. I feel like I can't see. I'm sorry if this is dark. Well, it looks like it's okay now. Okay. I keep changing up my lighting in here. Okay, so here we are here. So now we're going to do, I'm going to bring this down a little more so you might not be able to see the whole pendant, but so you can see the rest of it. So now I'm here. So now I'm going to do some layered, I'm going to do another copper and another crystal, another copper, and then another crystal. Oh, I'm finding the holes here. And then I'm going to do a nugget bead like that, and another one, and another one. So I'm going to do 3, and then I'm going to go back with that same pattern. 1. So there's 7. 2. Let's see. 3. 4. Oh. Okay, come on. Wow, these are like so hard to see. That's the only thing about these. Here it is. 5. So there's 4 of the greens and 3 of the coppers. Okay, come on. Wow, this is like, I found it. Okay. Look at that. Okay, so now I'm going to put that right there. You know, open that up right there. So now we are going to finish this. So we do 4 more. A copper. Oh, the coppers are going on really easy. Copper. Crystal. Copper. And then crystal. Okay. So there we have that. So now we're going to do the 3 nugget beads. 1, 2, and 3. This has a real boho look to it with this long pendant. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So here we are so far. That looks so pretty. I feel like there's like a dark spot. Okay, so here we are right here. And this is so pretty right here. Okay, now we're here. We're going to lay that down like this. I'm gonna move that a little bit over more like that. Now I'm gonna do a round. Hold on, I think there's something inside of there. Okay. Do a round. That. A flower bead. I feel like there's something inside of here. Oh, there is. There's like a little, oh. Oh, here we go. Sometimes, oh, the stuff they ship it in. Hold on 1 second. There's, okay. Like that. And then the round. And then that. Let me kind of move these. Oh, these little, I think they ship, I don't know how they ship these, but, okay. So now we have that. So now we're going to go over here. Like that. So now we're going to do a round. Unikite. A flower. Unikite. I'm going to get some with a little more of the different colors on there. And then that. Okay, so now let me see where we're at on my neck. Okay, so we're right here. So now I'm going to bring this down and I'm going to do a copper, and a round unikite, a copper, and a nugget, and then a copper, and a unikite. So like that. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 coppers. That should be finishing off the necklace. Yeah. Okay. So here we are right here. We're right there. So now we're going to do copper and a unikite, copper, oh, copper, and a nugget bead, and then a copper, and a unikite, and then 3 coppers. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I'm going to move these to the side. Yes, this looks really pretty now. Okay, so I'm going to just, yes. Okay, let me lay this down. Okay, so now we're going to take, I'm going to start with, I'll start with this side. Put these aside. I'm going to start with the crimp cover. I slide that up first, and I always do this the same way. And then I put the crimp bead on. I go down about 1.5 inches, and then I take my my pliers, and I'm trying to make sure that the wire's in the middle of the crimp bead. And I smash it down just one way. You don't want to open it up if you turn it around. And then I turn it and I feed it down into the crimp cover. And I make sure that this goes down and that's flat right there. And I close that up. Then I take the tail and I like to feed it through if I can, instead of cutting it, because I think it's just a little more secure if you have a longer tail. That's just me personally though. There and there. Okay, so now I have this. So now I'm going to keep my fingers on this. I'm going to lift this all the way down so that I'm holding this up so that there is no gap. Like this. Then I'm taking the crimp cover and I'm putting it all the way down. So on this side, you have to make sure you do it the right way. Then I put the crimp bead on, and then I make sure that there's no spaces through here, and I hold that wire up, and then I take the crimp bead and I lift it up just a hair and I close it. And that way I have, because you want to make sure you have some movement on the wire so that your necklace, you know, bends and everything, but I don't like the wire showing. So then I pull on that like that, and I take my round nose pliers, and this side I do cut, but I feed it down a little bit into some of the beads. Let me get it a little closer to the edge. And I just kind of here we go, now it's going down. I just kind of feed it down. And then I kind of see where it's at. And then I kind of bend that a little bit just to see where it pops out. And there it is, it's popping out right there. So it's gone through a pretty good amount. And then I make sure that's flat next to the crimp cover, and I close that up. And then flush side down, flush cutters, And I do that, like that. Then I have this, and I take I open this up. I put it down through there. And I take this side. And then I close that up like that. And I take this side, open that up, bead that down there. Very pretty. Let me get this to lay. Okay, I have this backwards right now. And then here we have, put this on. Oh, this is so pretty. And you want to make sure too, when you're using a toggle clasp, that the beads right next to it aren't really big, or else it won't be able to fit into it. So here we go. So this is my long pendant necklace from the Fairytale Romance Collection, bargain bead box for February of 2026. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And I liked switching it up a little bit and making it more like this. I thought this was pretty. I will leave a link below on BNJ2 for my $2 off for my coupon code with them, along with the link to their website and my social media as well. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. And hit that notification bell and give me a thumbs up and even leave me a comment. It really helps with my algorithms. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you on my next tutorial. Thank you so much for watching.